Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. And the Badgers will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cornhuskers offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the...
There we go. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Then you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? And the Huskers look to keep this drive humming. Send the tight end in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line.
Going deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Run out of bounds just before he can get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Raiola. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Gets away from one. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smartly.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Husker! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Wisconsin's offense will take the field for the first time. The Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off play action. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Intercepted, number 19. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Badgers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Running back searching for a hole. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. From the gun, the ground game. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. When you're called corn huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Huskers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Finds the tight end.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Wisconsin! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And Dave, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yards.
Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Cornhuskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. And the Huskers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Catch in the middle, it's Key. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Markway. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Parker. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got a man. It's Parker. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He wants to change this route. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They're in the red zone. First and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. It's complete to the left. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. And the Huskers want to crank the tempo. He's looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Hand off from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. And the Badgers will punt it away on fourth down. They'll look to pin them deep. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They were able to do whatever they wanted the last time they had it. They put together some runs, they completed some passes, and they put a touchdown on the board. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires it down the seam. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Handoff from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add...
Turning it on! A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Throws to the wideout. He caught it. He's run out of bounds after a big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Nebraska! Excellent pass by the back on the option. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down...
Wide open spaces. Pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run. The Badgers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
On third and long, you have to turn it loose deep.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? drive just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To throw, it's Raiola. Finds his man, it's Key. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Huskers want to move quickly.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
The Cornhuskers will snap it on 1st and 10.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. Just keep slinging it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Badgers getting that pass rush from the second level like they did with a T.J. Watt or his brother who played up front who transferred from Central Michigan.
They've had a long list of guys, and it's funny, they all kind of look the same. You know, athletic, smart guys that are tough guys, but one thing you have to have in Wisconsin for defense, versatility when you play linebacker.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Johnson. Snowed under by the defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. To the air, it's Raiola. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Leaves it with the running back. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Might as well give it to him again. Brings it to the open. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell, but good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
The give to the tailback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Got room to work. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's dragged down to the ground. He's loose on the right. 10. Touchdown, Huskers. And they turn it into a defensive score. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Mississippi State is in serious trouble right now. I'm not sure some folks won't be asking for a refund on their NIL investment. A putrid performance in Starkville. They're trailing by 17 to Missouri.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anthony.
Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. You should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Grab near the sticks. It's Ballard. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The black shirts have applied blackout conditions. There has been no electricity available for this offense.
I mean, just suffocating. They're smothering this offense. They haven't done anything well yet. They can't run it. They can't throw it consistently. This defense is definitely reminiscent of those great Nebraska black shirt defenses of the past.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, it's Edwards. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. The defense putting points on the board. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. And this less than stellar performance is something you just can't afford when you have a veteran signal caller. The passing game's really been ineffective. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The give as they work on that clock. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And the Huskers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Power football with the run. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They'll try the run. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. They want to get this defense on its heels. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Leaves it with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Huskers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll go with a direct snap. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. They're only 1 for 3 on 4th down attempts, but they'll try it again here. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just Balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. And this is not what they expect in terms of performance from their quarterback. Big plays in the passing game have been sparse. They just haven't been able to put up many yards or points for that matter, and they also haven't taken care of the ball. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the incompletion, it's and 10 from their own 25. Wants to throw. It's Edwards. Got his man down the middle.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge